Welcome back. Before you dig into your next meal, you'll want to listen to our next guest. Dr. Michael Roizen is here to clear the confusion on recent dietary regulations and explain what you need to know about fats, sodium, carbs, and sugar. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Carly.
So happy to be talking with you this morning. Tell me, I understand there are some, miscommunications about what we should be eating and some dietary changes that the FDA has recently put into place as well. Where do you want to start this morning? I know there's a lot.
Well, you're absolutely right. It was a miscommunication, but it really wasn't. It was just that women started following it too well. They said, the FDA said, during pregnancy you want to avoid fish with mercury in it, and you want to avoid shark and swordfish, tilefish, mackerel, and blue tuna. And women said, well, if I want to avoid those, I don't really know all the fish with mercury in it, I'll just avoid all fish. And the FDA, when it studied this afterwards, said, heck, you're avoiding so much fish that it's hurting brain development of your offspring, because the kids need DHA for brain development and for eye and sight development. So they said, we want you to have 2 to 3 servings of fish. What they really want you to have is 200 milligrams of DHA a day, because that's what's needed for a child's brain and sight development.
Well, and that's pretty interesting. I just had 2 kids in the last 2 years, so I have 2 babies at home, and I tried to take as much of that DHA as much as I could. The DHA, I know, was a hot button issue that a lot of people were talking about, and it certainly was talked about in my doctor's office. Is it just for pregnant women, or now that I've already had my babies, does it still benefit me to be taking it, and others as well? Who needs to be taking it?
Clearly during breastfeeding you want it. But for all of our life, you want to be called a fathead, Carly, because in fact you want 50% of your brain is fat, and 50% of that is DHA, and it allows your one brain cell to communicate with another, so your memories are good. As you get older, above the age of 50, you want to increase that to 900 milligrams a day if you follow the MIDAS study. So MIDAS was a randomized controlled study, what we call the gold standard of studies, and what it did was it looked at how do we preserve memory as we get older. And they found that 900 milligrams of DHA a day, it's 3 letters, DHA, 900 milligrams of that decreased memory loss, so that your memory when you were 65 was essentially that of a 59-year-old. You had about 6-year benefit in retaining memory as you got older from 900 milligrams of DHA a day.
Well, and this is interesting too. We live here in Southwest Florida, so we are surrounded by fish at every single restaurant. Is it better to get it from real fish, or are the DHA supplements just as good?
Well, the fish get it from algae, and many of the DHA supplements are straight from the algae, so there's no risk of contaminants. But I always believe that whole foods are the best way of getting it. But you've got to get, remember, it's salmon, sardines, if you will, the white tuna. It is those fish that have the DHA in ample amounts, so 2 to 3 servings a week. So to get 900 milligrams a day, you'd need about 10 servings a week. So that's what to get of fish if you get it from the whole food, and salmon is a great source of it.
Well, that seems like a lot, so I can see where a supplement would help. All right, what's the take-home here? Anything else we need to touch on and remember when we are looking at our diets?
Well, yeah, the other take-home is, remember, there are 5 food felons, so despite the cover of Time magazine in the book, saturated fat, that is 4-legged animal fat, 2-legged animal skin, palm and coconut oil, do age you. They cause inflammation in your body, make arthritis worse, increase the risk of cancer, increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, memory loss, impotence, even wrinkling of your skin. So you want to avoid those, and simple sugars, added syrups, and any grain that isn't 100% whole grain. Everything else is good. So fish is good, avocados are great, nut oils, walnuts have omega-3 in them, wonderful. So are a lot of leafy green vegetables. So everything else is a good thing, but avoid those 5 food felons.
All right, I could talk to you all day. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you, Carly. My privilege.
All right, any place you want to send us that has all this great advice?
If you go to our website, clevelandclinicwellness.com or clevelandclinic.org/wellness, you will find all the information about the 5 food felons, the new FDA draft recommendations on DHA during pregnancy, etc., all at clevelandclinic.org/wellness.
Perfect. Doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we, of course, will put all that info on our website as well, so it's easy for you to find, fox4morningblend.com.
To write down his prescription for a better memory. Do you remember what it was?
I know, right?
All right, we're serving up some crafty creations that are absolutely clutch. How to make handbags and other accessories using table settings. That's right, table settings. Stick around.